Starting of Cambrian. Starting of Neolithic, how the temperature changes. Tell me how many times it has warmed up during Paleogene? Let us do the Paleogene first. So from here, this is the Paleogene up to this. See this part. So this is the reference. This line. It's taking at 0. Then you see one is your Ordovician and Silurian. Ordovician and Silurian. So there is a Ordovician and Silurian. There is a glacial period. So before that there was something like this. Roughly I am drawing this one. So this is your first one is Ordovician glaciation. So this impression you will not get in India. You will get particularly in USA and other countries, Africa, the Ordovician glaciation. Second one, where this one, more intense, Carboniferous Permian. Carboniferous Permian. तो नीचे आ गया see this you are well acquainted with, this impression we have in India. This is Carboniferous Permian, your Gondwana glaciation. Because you do not have Ordovician and Silurian deposits in the Indian continent. That is why we are not getting impression. So this is the other cooling. Then in Tertiary period, there is a very mild, in the Tertiary period when we write it, Jurassic and Cretaceous. Jurassic and Cretaceous. Third one is Jurassic and Cretaceous. Jurassic and Cretaceous. Again warming taking place. So possibly this is the KT boundary. KT boundary here when the warming is taking place. But before that there was a cooling. So here is a mild glaciation. So these periods you should remember, how many times this glaciation has happened in the past. You see, the resolution is less, as I was telling you. If you go to the geological, very much geological past, the resolutions are very less. So this resolution we are getting in how many years? 100 million year scale. Suppose you go to Proterozoic, I have told you the Proterozoic glaciation. Can you remember? The snowball arc. Snowball arc has happened twice, during Proterozoic time. Can you recall their ages? 900, 700, approximately I am telling you, just refer to them. 100 million years interval. This type of glaciation has happened and the entire earth has become frozen. That is why it is called snowball arc. So those are the periods, when you have seen the earth becoming absolutely frozen. So those are the effect of, one is your Milankovitch cycle. Contribution from the Milankovitch. Second, plate tectonics. Plate tectonics. How plate tectonics contributes? Now when there is breaking of the continents. Breaking of the continents. breaking up the continent releases a lot of heat into atmosphere. Volcanism takes place. Then a lot of heat is generated into the atmosphere, so it becomes hotter. Similarly, the mountain building activity, when the mountains becomes very high, cooling takes place. Because it takes carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, gets weathered and eroded, creating fall in the temperature. So these are the phenomena related to plate tectonics. And Milankovitch cycle, depending on the tilt of the earth axis, when the northern hemisphere becomes closer to the sun, it becomes hotter. That is the meaning of Milankovitch cycle. So the contribution of these two things, has given rise to these things. That time there was no anthropogenic forcing. During this period, there was no anthropogenic forcing. Anthropogenic, you are understanding that? Human related activity. There is no building, there is no vehicle. So there is no anthropogenic forcing. Everything was natural. This natural phenomena has given rise to so many cycles of hot and cold climates. Now, if you come to this side, the tertiary part, if you come to the tertiary side, the most important of it is PETM. Paleocene. Let's come to the tertiary climate. So first one is very high heat. This is your Paleocene and Eocene. PETM. Immediately after the Kennedy boundary. So this rise in the temperature, this rise in temperature is attributed to continental breakup. Volcanism. So much so carbon dioxide was released into atmosphere, the climate or the atmosphere remained dark. Atmosphere becomes dark. So no sunlight could come into the earth's surface. That is why it was so hot, nothing was gone out of the earth. So it was so hot. And secondly, a lot of methane. Methane was released from the sea, into atmosphere. So that is also another factor which is giving rise to this warming. Now because of these reasons, possibly the PETM was so significant. So what they say, Gondwana breakup, this PETM is attributed to this Gondwana land breakup. So again, it is related to plate tectonics, not anthropogenic forcing. It is related to plate tectonics. Understood this picture? This part of the curve. Then the earth pulled down. You see, the earth pulled down.
So Gondwana breakup is crisis. Gondwana breakup is crisis.
Exactly, it does not happen next day. When breakup took place when? जुरासिक में 200 मिलियन ईयर में जुरासिक में हुआ. So जुरासिक किधर है? इधर. Breakup took place. But now next day will not be warming, So gradually it builds up. And here is the period, when the temperature becomes maximum. That is the thing. Otherwise, so much of carbon dioxide came into atmosphere for what for? So when the India and Asia got collided, it is sometimes 40-35 million years back. The collision took place. So 35 million years back means where? Eocene, Oligocene. During Oligocene time, the Himalayas started rising. During this period, Oligocene period, Himalayas started rising. Till then, the breakup was so fast. Ocean forming process was going on. From here, mountains started rising up. You see this curve. This is the Oligocene, Eocene and Oligocene. This is the period when Himalaya started rising. I'll write down. You remember these dates. So, just a minute. Eocene, Oligocene. So here Himalaya become like this. This is Himalaya. That means till this point, the sea was, ocean was spreading. So when Himalaya started rising, means collision took place. Till then subduction was going on. Subduction is going on means sea floor is spreading very fast rate. Once mountain starts rising up, the collision took place. The spreading rates become slow. So till then, your carbon dioxide building or temperature building took place. You understood this part or not? Huh? So since when? Since Jurassic period. Jurassic is here. From this point to this point, ocean floor spreading is taking place. Volcanism is taking place. Very long time, So next day it doesn't happen. It happens gradually. You see this part? Very broad. But when it reaches Eocene, Oligocene, pull down. Why pull down? Himalaya came up. Himalaya started taking the carbon dioxide. Why Himalaya alone? Entire Alps range. Himalaya Alps range, becomes very high. So that started taking carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So it becomes gradually cooler. So that is your Oligocene period. So Oligocene glaciation. So all Himalaya glaciations are Oligocene glaciations. Understood, na? Himalaya glaciations. And Pleistocene subsequently. Now Himalaya is much higher, so all glaciations took place after this only. Cooling period. So Himalaya glaciation. Oligocene glaciations. After the Pleistocene आएगा, so glaciation started appearing. So that is the thing. These activities, these warming and cooling are related to Gondwana breakup. Gondwana breakup and the mountain building, Himalaya mountain building.
But this time we have mid-Atlantic Ridge.
So those.
This time today we have mid-Atlantic Ridge. So that does not cause to rising temperature as much that you were saying that.
No. Finish na. See the
spreading is also
Himalaya is attributed to Indian ridges, Indian Ocean ridges. Himalaya mountain building is attributed to Indian Ocean ridges. For mid-Atlantic ridge, there is no mountain building. But for Pacific rise, Andes and Rockies are related. So nothing is happening with the opening of Atlantic Ocean.
So sir, you are saying that prime cause of warming is
ocean opening. Yes.
So this time that spreading
ocean opening has become less. Mountain building activity is more now. Because collision took place, na? That is the thing. So that is when this cooling started. You see, all along these things, when you go to 5 million year time, all along it is cooling till today. Cooling, you see. Understood this part, na? So this is the major cause is plate tectonics. But these cycles are very big. You see, as you told me, it is not one day affair. It started with Jurassic. The heating up started with Jurassic, continued up to Eocene or Oligocene. It's a very big cycle, you see. Very big cycle, million of years cycle. But what you are observing today is 1,000-year cycle, That is why the present day climate change you cannot attribute to the past climate. But past climate changes are definitely because of these two regions, Milankovitch or this plate tectonics. That is indicated by the cycles and the activities you are studying now. Similarly, during Archean time, Probably during Archean time there was some glaciation period, but Archean atmosphere was very hot. As I have told you, Archean atmosphere was very hot. So that time probably there was no glaciation. There was no glaciation, but glaciation started with Proterozoics. So this is from Cambrian time. Now, when you come to Pleistocene, Pleistocene, so this resolution becomes better. Resolution because we get more data to control where are the heating points, where are the cooling points, and more resolution, we obtain from ice core data lasting for last 1 lakh years only, or 800,000 years. Our thickest ice core is only this many years old, 3 to 4 kilometers thick. So now our record is more complete, for last 1 lakh years. So within that you get so many cycles. So that means what it says, this maxima, PETM maxima, may be having many such downs and ups, which you cannot see. To understand this part now. During last 800,000 years, you have so many ups and downs. We have seen that last time. So that is because we are getting more reserve data. Every meter you are getting a ice core values. But in case of this part, these are mostly sediments. Pacific Ocean sediments, Atlantic Ocean sediments. So resolution is less. So these data are from the sediments, not from the ice cores. As I told you, sediments takes compaction very fast. The porosity is lost. So we do not get the value of oxygen isotopes, carbon isotopes, every millimeter or every inch scale. But in case of ice core, the compaction is less. Because when they crystallize, from snow to ice, there is no porosity. So they only flow, little flow takes place. If it is a flat terrain, they will just fall one over the other. They will not flow. But on the hill slopes, they will flow. But if you take the course from a flat terrain, they will preserve all the features. That is why the ice core records are more complete and highly reserved. So we see in last 1800,000 years, so many ups and downs. Say 1 lakh, under there will be so many ups and downs, That means our resolution is more. Resolution is more. So similar resolution must be there. Similar events must have occurred during this time. But overall it is a thermal event. Overall it is a warming event. But inside that there will be small downs and ups. But our record is incomplete. Now when you come to the present day picture, or last 1 millennium or last say 1,000 years. Last 1,000 years, it is a very small cycle. Last 1,000 years. What you are observing, you just see, go to the last part of this graph. Here, thousands years before present. You see, this is 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. Here. So this is your Holocene period. This is Holocene period. This is Holocene period. This is what? Pleistocene. Pleistocene will come up to this. Pleistocene period. This is the Holocene period. But it is a cooling phase. You see, this is the normal temperature. It is a cooling period, you see. But there are many ups and downs. This resolution is because of the ice core. So, but the temperature remained always below the normal. See? But in last 1,000 years, say from here, there is sudden increase. Now it is so much high. Even though it is not appearing very much, but it is very high. 0.6 degree or 0.7 degree we have gone by now. This is our range. So this indicates from normal, this much we have gone up. So in last 1000 years,